What it was really like to grow up in Britain during the 1950s. What it was really like to grow up in Britain during the 1950s was defined by recovery, routine, and resilience. This was a childhood shaped by a nation rebuilding itself, where families focused on stability, discipline, and community after years of hardship. Life felt slower, stricter, and more predictable than today, yet deeply connected and purposeful. Growing up in 1950s, Britain meant learning responsibility early, finding joy in simple pleasures, and experiencing a childhood rooted in family life, neighbourhood bonds, and shared everyday moments. A country still finding its feet. For children growing up in Britain during the 1950s, the country itself felt tired but determined. The impact of the Second World War had not disappeared when the new decade began. In many towns and cities, bomb-damaged buildings were still visible. Empty lots stood where houses once were, and rebuilding was a slow, ongoing process. Housing shortages were common. Some families lived in cramped terraces, others in temporary prefabricated homes designed as short-term solutions but used for years. Privacy was limited, space was tight, and children quickly learned how to share. Many homes lacked modern conveniences. Indoor bathrooms were not universal, and hot water often required planning rather than turning a tap. Coal fires remained the main source of heating. Lighting the fire, cleaning it out, and keeping the house warm were everyday responsibilities. Winters were cold, and children grew used to layering clothes indoors. Despite these challenges, homes felt secure. There was a strong sense of making do, of carrying on, and of appreciating stability after years of uncertainty. Growing up in Britain during the 1950s meant living in a country still healing, where patience and perseverance were part of daily life. Family life and strong discipline. Family life in the 1950s followed clear rules and expectations. Parents were authority figures, and children were expected to listen, behave, and show respect without question. Fathers were often the main wage earners, while mothers usually managed the home, keeping everything running smoothly. Routines were central to family life. Mealtimes, bedtimes, and chores followed predictable patterns. Children were expected to help around the house, whether that meant running errands, cleaning, or caring for younger siblings. Responsibility was introduced early, and independence grew naturally from it. Affection existed, but it was often understated. Love was shown through provision, protection, and structure, rather than constant praise or emotional openness. Children felt secure knowing the boundaries, even if those boundaries were firm. What it was really like to grow up in Britain during the 1950s was to understand your role within the family and to take pride in doing your part. School life in 1950s. Britain. School was one of the most influential parts of childhood in the 1950s. Classrooms were formal environments, and discipline was strict. Teachers were respected figures whose authority was rarely questioned. Children stood when teachers entered the room and followed instructions closely. Lessons focused on core skills: reading, writing, arithmetic, and handwriting. Accuracy and neatness were highly valued. Memorization played a large role, and creativity often came second to discipline and order. Many schools were separated by gender, and uniforms were standard across the country. School days could feel intimidating, especially for younger children, but they also provided structure and routine. Friendships formed in classrooms often lasted for years, strengthened by shared experiences both inside and outside school. Growing up in Britain during the 1950s meant understanding that education was serious and closely linked to future opportunities, even from a young age. Freedom found outdoors. Despite strict routines at home and school, children enjoyed a remarkable level of freedom outdoors. Streets, fields, parks, and even bomb sites became playgrounds. Parents expected children to play outside, return home on time, and look after themselves in between. games were simple and imaginative. Football was played wherever there was space. Skipping ropes, marbles, chalk games, and chasing games filled long afternoons. Toys were limited, so creativity took over. Children invented rules, solved disputes, and entertained themselves without adult intervention. This freedom built confidence and independence. Children learned how to navigate their environment, manage minor risks, and work things out together. Growing up in 1950s, Britain meant learning life skills through experience rather than instruction. Food, mealtimes, and careful living. Food played an important role in family life, but it was treated with care and respect. Meals were simple, filling, and rarely wasted. Breakfasts were basic, lunches were often taken to school or eaten at home, and evening meals brought families together around the table. Variety was limited, and treats were occasional rather than expected. Sweets were often bought with saved pocket money and enjoyed slowly. Everyone ate what was served, and complaining was discouraged. Food was about nourishment and routine, not choice or indulgence. Growing up in Britain during the 1950s meant learning gratitude at the dinner table and understanding that nothing should be taken for granted. Entertainment before convenience. Entertainment in the 1950s was shared and communal. Radio was central to family life, filling homes with music, stories, and news. Families often gathered together to listen, creating shared memories around familiar voices and programs. Television ownership increased as the decade progressed, but many households did not have one until the mid or late 1950s. When televisions did arrive, they became the focal point of the living room. With limited programming, viewing was a collective experience. Children remembered specific programs because everyone watched the same ones. Entertainment brought people together rather than separating them. Growing up in 1950s, Britain meant sharing moments instead of consuming them alone. Clothing, appearance, and practical values. Children's clothing in the 1950s was practical, durable, and modest. School uniforms were common, and everyday clothes were designed to last. Hand-me-downs were normal, and clothes were often repaired rather than replaced. Fashion played little role in childhood. Cleanliness, neatness, and respectability mattered far more than style. Shoes were sturdy, coats were heavy, and clothes were worn until they could no longer be mended. What it was really like to grow up in Britain during the 1950s was to wear what you needed, not what you wanted, and to take pride in looking presentable. Community, belonging, and growing character. Community life was central to childhood in the 1950s. Neighbours knew one another well, and children were often supervised by the entire street. Local shops were important social hubs, and shopkeepers knew families by name. Children ran errands, delivered messages, and felt part of the adult world early on. Behaviour mattered, because everyone knew who you were and where you belonged. This sense of accountability created security as well as discipline. Material possessions were limited, but expectations were realistic. Children didn't feel pressure to have more than others. Happiness came from friendships, outdoor play, and shared family routines. Growing up in Britain during the 1950s meant developing resilience, patience, and respect without those lessons ever being spelled out. What it was really like to grow up in Britain during the 1950s was shaped by discipline, simplicity, and strong community bonds. Childhood was modest, but meaningful, built on routine, shared responsibility, and resilience. It created a generation grounded in patience, adaptability, and appreciation for the small, steady comforts of everyday life. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell.